we're gonna talk about weather prediction.
Wait, did you get called?
Well, let me ask you a question here. Uh-oh, let's see if this thing's even gonna work for Mr. Hughes. Yes, it is. Okay, so as you know, there are several factors that affect weather, right? Weather is dynamic, and dynamic is a fancy word for always changing. Okay, weather is always changing. Matter of fact, this time last week, it was pretty doggone cold outside, wasn't it?
Yeah. Bad.
Yes, it was.
I was here.
And this week, who watched the weather forecast this morning?
Nope.
It's gonna be 70 degrees at 3 o'clock today, supposedly. We'll see.
This is gonna be hot.
And we'll see how, and actually that is a prediction. Is that gonna be for sure?
No.
That's gonna be 70? No.
They said it might be 60.
Okay, and we'll talk about that. So, there are several different factors that affect weather. Weather is always changing or dynamic, and this makes weather prediction difficult. Okay? Meteorologists study data. Data is a fancy word for information that they can find, right? So they study the data or the information, and they make the best forecast possible based on what they study, okay? And because they never know exactly what will happen, they use something called probability forecasting. Have you guys studied about probability in math yet?
No, I don't know.
Haven't y'all done like what's the odds of you getting have you done the dice or the card things with the cards
Oh,
where you study probabilities of getting an ace or whatever? Okay, well,
Today's 72 Fahrenheit.
it is probabilities. That's a math math concept. So actually, it's also it could be a science it's a science concept as well. Probabilities. Anyway, so they say right here that today, wherever this forecast was taken from, is going to be 57 degrees, going to be the high. And what's it going to do? Rain. You're going to have showers. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, mostly sunny.
that's February.
Mostly sunny, right? And then, what, they're back to thunder showers and partly cloudy and then rain and so on, right? So there is a 60% chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Where do we see that at? There's a 60% chance. Right here. Thunder showers. Okay. Okay, so that 60% chance, that's probability. Okay. Okay, so let's look right here. Woo, it's hot in here. Woo, it's hot in here. You never did turn the air conditioner down. Woo, it's hot in here.
Can you
Woo,
turn
it's
it
hot
down
in
then?
here. Woo, it's hot in here. Okay. Let's try this again here. Okay. Okay, so meteorologists study pressure systems and fronts to predict weather. A high pressure system is composed of cool air. Are you listening? A high pressure system, and you can get a hint because it's blue. A high pressure system is composed of cool air. So do you think a high pressure system is wet or dry? If it's cool, what's it going to be?
Dry.
No way.
Wet.
Oh, you guys are
Wet,
sharp.
wet.
Who said dry?
Wait. Us?
Cool air is so since cool air is dense, it cannot hold much moisture. So there's not going to be a lot of moisture in it. So high pressure systems are dry. So look right here. If you see this on a map, this blue H there is going to be a high pressure system, and it's going to be dry. So high pressure systems are characterized by cooler temperatures, clear skies, and fair weather. Okay, high, this blue H, big capital H. Look here. High pressure systems, high pressure. Why, well, if that's the case, why is it raining here? Well, if you see right here, you got a low and a high together. If you have lows and highs together, woo, you're gonna have some rain. We'll talk about that, okay? Okay, so let's look at, another pressure system. What is this one gonna be? With the capital L,
Low.
red.
So it's gonna
A
be.
low pressure system is composed of warm air
It's gonna be wet.
and it's gonna be wet. Right here, red's kind of a hint that it's gonna be warm, right? Do you think a low pressure system is wet or dry?
Wet.
Somebody said wet. Okay, since warm air is less dense, it can hold a lot of moisture. So low pressure systems are what?
Wet.
Wet. Okay. High pressure systems are usually dry. And low pressure systems are usually wet. Okay. And they're characterized by warmer temperatures, low pressure. A high pressure is cooler temperatures. Going to be clear, fair weather. Low pressure systems are characterized by warmer temperatures. Going to be wet, sometimes strong winds. So let's look right here. What's this going to be? High. What's it going to be? Cool, dry air. How about low pressure? Warm what?
Wet.
Warm, moist, or wet air, yes. What kind of conditions? Fair weather, light winds. What's this right here? Storms and strong winds, or you could say precipitation. High, that's a symbol on a map. Low is the big L, the L with the red L. And any map you're gonna see, these are universal weather symbols. Blue H is high, blue L, or red L is low. Okay? Okay, so, can you locate one low pressure system and one high pressure system? Come up here, Shanann. Show me a low pressure system. Show me where the one's at on this map right here.
Found one. I found two. Hello?
Whose phone did I hear go beep beep?
It came from over there.
Put the phone away.
Out on the phone.
I'm gonna send you down here to Miss Campbell.
I see one.
Show me show me where a low pressure system is. That's gonna be an L. There's one, good. Okay. Okay. Come up here, Adrian. Show me where a high pressure system is.
My phone.
Hot dog.
Found one.
What's that? I'm gonna send you down here to the office. If I hear that beep beep again, you gotta keep it in your pocket. There's one. Where's another one at? Show me where another one is. There you go.
Can
Good.
you show the last L?
What?
Last L?
Yeah. Okay, there's a high pressure system.
No.
What about it? What's the what are these probably gonna be?
Hotness.
Low.
No.
What's the blue gonna probably be associated with?
High.
High pressure system. We're gonna talk about that. Okay, so, good job, guys. Okay, so let's look right here. So let's talk about fronts. You have warm fronts and you have cold fronts. You have warm fronts, you have cold fronts. Well, a front is a boundary between cold and warm air. Okay, a front is a boundary between cold and warm air, and it's where warm air and cold air collide. You got warm air, cold air, and they collide. That is a front. Well, a warm front occurs when warm air overtakes the cold air. So usually what that means is there's going to be more warm air than there is cold air and overtakes it. And when this happens, the warm, less dense air rises right above the cold. As the warm air cools, it condenses, because as the higher it rises, the cooler it gets. And so as the warm air cools, it condenses and causes some kind of precipitation, okay? Look right here. So that was a warm front, right? Warm air overtakes the cold air. Alrighty? Okay, so, and then you got a cold front. Well, a cold front occurs when, guess what? The cold air overtakes the warm air. And then so this usually causes strong thunderstorms at the front boundary. And after the boundary passes, a cold front usually brings clear skies and fair weather. You ever notice it on a hot summer day? Really hot and sticky. But you see these clouds forming in the sky, woo-hoo! That's gonna be a warm front and a cold front coming together, because at night it gets cooler. That's when you get late night storms, you know, especially in the summertime. That's what's going on here. A cold front is taking over a warm front, and you're gonna get strong thunderstorms, okay? And then after that, what, it clears up, right? Wake up the next morning, it's all sunny and everything's okay. Okay, so let's look right here, weather front. So if you got a cold front, what is it? That's when the what? Cold air replaces warm air. And then a warm front is what? Warm air replaces the cold air, right? And then these are the conditions. Storm replaced by lower temperatures and high pressures. And then precipitation replaced by increased temperatures and low pressure. That's if you have a warm front. And you know the symbols on the map, right? Look here. Little blue pyramids, aligned with pyramids on top. And then look right here. A red line with red half circles. Okay, these indicate a warm front. Red your hint hot, blue is your hint cold, right? Okay, everybody got that? Okay. Weather fronts. What type of front do you see on this map right here? What kind of front is this? Well, we're gonna find out here shortly. Okay, let's answer these questions right here. Okay. Meteorologists use some kind of forecasting to predict the weather. Do they use pictorial forecasting or do they use probability? Mark your answer, A or C. A or C. Everybody got an answer?
No, my laptop's glitching and he says keep loading, so I gotta reset it. Mine's keep
Mm-hmm.
locking up.
Well, the internet's gonna be slow today because we're
I'm gonna see if my computer.
doing benchmarks all across the district.
Can you unlock my computer, Mr. Hughes?
I didn't lock it. What class were you in last?
Miss.
What site were you in you weren't supposed to be in?
I don't know.
I'll have to check on that here shortly. I'm not sure if I don't think I can unlock it. You need to go to the teacher who locked it and ask them to unlock your computer. Okay, let's look right here. Low pressure usually brings fair weather. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
Okay, you wanna go ask her to unlock it? You wanna go ask Miss Hendricks to unlock it?
Yeah. Okay, here's another question. Look right here. High pressure contains what kind of air? Cool, dry, or cool, moist? Mark your answer. You can go back to that slide there where we talked about what high pressure has.
Okay.
You can go back to these slides or don't guess. Go back to those slides. What kind of air? Let's go back to these pressure systems. You remember those, high and low? Go back to 120. Actually, you probably need to go to well, you can see them right here. I'll go to 125.
That's odd.
What's odd?
I'll show you in a minute, hold on.
Okay, okay, so it's either cool, dry, or cool, moist. Then a front is a boundary between two air masses. Is that a true statement or a false statement? A front is a boundary between two air masses.
She said she didn't.
Okay?
Whoa, Miss Sanders.
She's not in there.
Maybe Miss Leslie then.
Everybody got an answer?
Well,
I'm ready to move on here. What is that?
it don't have B.
Huh?
It don't have B.
Oh, that's weird.
I know. I'll just make it B.
That's interesting.
I'll just make it B.
Okay. A cold front brings rain and what kind of pressure? Is it low pressure or high pressure? A
You're going
cold
to-
front.
You're going to find.
Look here, if you'll go right here to, where we talked about cold fronts, what kind of pressure do they might bring? Cold front, what kind of pressure do they bring? What kind of pressure do they bring? Hey, you got 128 where you can find that answer. A cold front brings rain and what kind of pressure? And then we're not gonna do that right now, and we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna grade these, and I'm gonna give you a copy of
I
a,
fixed it.
weather and climate good, okay? Okay, so, look, we're gonna grade these real quick.
Funny.
We're gonna grade these, you're gonna turn them in, grade them, you're gonna turn them in. Or you're gonna, I think it's called resubmit.
It's called resubmit.
I want you to, I need to see 35, I'm gonna come around, I want you to show me 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Show me 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
Hold on.
What's your issue here?
Did you say?
It says browsing is disabled, so. Okay, so what you need to do. Oh yeah, you just can't go, you're just locked out, I don't know. I'd say don't go to whatever site you're supposed to. Got an answer? Where's your answer, kid? Good job, good job, good job.
I just wanted to get.
Good job, good job, good job. Show me your answers. Good job, good job, good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay, so here we go. Are we ready? This is number 35.
35.
Well, you can't even get in there, so, okay, so, a meteorologist uses what kind of forecasting to predict the weather?
A.
Who said A?
Me.
Who else got another answer?
I got C.
It is Ciamundo. Uh-oh. Here, Mr. Hughes gonna start this over. Hang on. Hang on one second. We're gonna stop right there for the day, on this video here.